Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audience. Please visit our website if you need a specific list of content warnings. This also contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions causes motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues, you can disable them in game's preferences. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac, this is Let's Play Slay the Princess. In the last episode we challenged the adversary one more time. We led her through the eye of the needle, so to speak. And as we are now, we have the razor route, where we decided not to try and play nice with her, we just jumped straight to the stabbing. And well, that didn't work. She had her own knife. I mean, we've already seen her do all sorts of horrible things back to us, but she's usually fought us to death with her bare hands. This time she had a concealed knife that she pulled on us, so we had to die together. And as voice of the what's-it said, let's just get him to re-say his line.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death. Calm down, I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's go over it again because...
Let's say for a moment, you died last time. We did exactly what you said. Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare. In which case, I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened.
Oh, that's a sneaky way to go about it. You probably didn't listen to me. No, this is the route where we listen to you in every way. We did exactly what you said. And now he's gaslighting us.
But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
The thing is, when you do that, you miss out on the entire route, so I don't want to do that.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realise that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can win this. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Can we talk about this princess?
Just be quick about it.
All she did last time was stab me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. But she's still only a princess. You're fully up to the task you've been given, so long as you remember that.
We killed each other last time.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
Okay, that's all.
Great, now if...
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
We're gonna get there, and this'll be the one princess to start with no chains whatsoever. proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh, good gravy. I don't know what I was expecting in this route, but it certainly wasn't that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care about whether I am being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. So focus up. A lot's riding on this. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
So yeah, you assume that the princess is as bad as the narrator has been telling you, and things go very wrong very quickly.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Actually, I remember now. In the trailer, for a very brief second, I think I know which princess is Razor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
I have to wonder if the narrator can see everything. If narrator can see everything, or if he can only see what we can see.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice.
If she sounds threatening,
No!
It's because her mask is already slipping. She knows.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you... But it turns out she did...
Those are two...
I'm going to skim ahead because I definitely want to preserve that.
Just be... She... Like I... Great. That's... You walk up to the wall. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Oh! Damn it! Oh, now we gotta do it again! Because I accidentally hit the button again. Okay, when I hit
That's exactly what you
go
told
through
us
the
last
door, that's when I have to be careful.
Just... She... Great. You walk up to the wall next to the base. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Okay, we actually did something different. We didn't notice the mirror, we just approached it.
You reach forward and... But there was a... Now it's gone.
Yet another thing in here playing trick.
Very different.
Okay, now we put down an emergency save just to make sure we don't lose progress.
It feels a bit better.
The door to the base... Yeah,
That's right.
that sounds... Her great...
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something...
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us.
As you descend the final... I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Actually, no. Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Oh boy.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
Wow. The narrator is actually teaming up with the princess in this route.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
If I come closer, you're just going to stab... No. I think it's... You're just going to stab me, aren't I? Aren't you?
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
That pronunciation of innocent makes me want to stab you. Oh, wait, I can stab you.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you know what the definition of madness is? It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Ha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
That look on her face, though.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
She doesn't realize that she can't leave without our help. That's the thing that was with the other routes where we both died. I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
It might be too telling of me as a person, but I'm actually enjoying it.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are.
He's a mirror.
My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity.
Ooh, I feel like cheating a bit. Just let me find that right memory. Okay, there may or may not be a third route for this one. I can't entirely be sure.
Fine, then we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat last time.
That doesn't sound like me.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Voice of the cheated gets me. I know you have a knife. No, this one won't work. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me.
That's fair.
I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
I don't think she is.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm.
Oh yeah, should have seen that coming.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense.
This might be the route to Chapter 3, so that'll be interesting.
She's even better at this than she was last time. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
And with a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, there's what happens when you bore the princess. I imagine that just being so wary all the time is the reason why she broke out like that. I think that either you have to do what we did in Eye of the Needle and lure her to the outside, or you have to talk her down so you can actually let her loose instead of, herself letting her loose, and then walk her to the exit under very strict supervision. The arms race. Oh, great.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Your job.
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Voice of the Hunted is making another repeat appearance thanks to popular demand. How many roads have we taken him down?
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Wait. Voice of the Hunted? Voice of the Cheated? Voice of the Broken? Ooh, we've got quite a few voices with us this time.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility! I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched, we take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Voice of the Cheaters is railroading us.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I bet we'd have gotten Voice of the Stubborn if we'd gone after her a second time, but I almost feel like Voice of the Broken would have shown up a second time. Heck, maybe we'd have gotten Voice of the Hunted another time. Maybe not him. Maybe if we had gone straight for the kill.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
She does not want to play fair this time.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
The Hunted and the Broken are on very different spectrums here. I feel like the Hunted is actually the possibly more competent a fighter than the Stubborn is, because Stubborn just wants to take his opponent down. Hunted is actually interested in winning.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
We never saw them. How do we know they
The
exist?
past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
I'm going to try flirting with her. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. We have to fight her. We have to have her step off our lip. She wins by killing us, right? Let's beat her. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better. I'm pretty sure that's a delay.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably...
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you. Ow.
What a surprise.
Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Oh, a new one of us.
Wait, what? The skeptic?
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
Okay, looks like we're cutting out all the preamble.
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
I think that those would determine which voice suddenly joins us. So if I try flirting with her, then that would have gotten us Voice of the Smitten, but clearly she's gonna kill us this time no matter what.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
We can never end it in 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan. Now.
She wins by killing us, right? Let's beat her to it. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires. Okay, all those options lead to the same thing.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes. We can't give up.
Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
I guess that's stiff upper lip.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that.
I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Well, at least we get to hear all of these options. I'd be very upset if I had to save Scum for this.
She skewers you.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honour, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if? Throw it out the window.
Over my dead body.
Oh, this is as bad as the time that we decided not to go for the no knife. This is as bad as the time we threw away the knife against the nightmare.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I'm mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
We're wrapping up this route now. We've passed the half-hour mark. I don't care.
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're going to manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
This is mostly your fault for starting us on this route to begin with.
Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
She looks like she has a skirt made of swords now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
What a whack job.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Wow, this one actually got everyone to shut up and change their tune.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Narrator,
Okay, I think the audio is actually looping, so empty your mind.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Oh man, and now she's going to be the Omni Princess. You don't get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Oh, we've lost everyone now. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. It's time for you to see what's in it. You have unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Honestly, I feel like this one is more uncomfortable for Omni Princess's many arms than it is for the Razor.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, at least I think they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart.
That's probably our fault.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
I think... Ooh, hang on.
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Anyhow, yeah, I think this is the time to wrap up. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the razor full to her. So there's a razor and there's the full razor, and that's what we gave her.
And at the end of that path...
So then, yeah. I guess that means there's one main route left to take. Hang on. The razor. To look too closely is to redraw the lines. Call an ambulance, but not for me. But her hands were behind her back. She said she wasn't harmed. What's the harm in getting a little closer? Make her... Huh? Make her blush. So, do we start off with flirting? That would be rather interesting. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water. You've been here before, this time with a heart beating free. A piercing heart beating free. See through her eyes at the end of everything. This time with a cage of iron. Okay. Anyhow, until next time, guys. Take care. I'll see you all around.